Hello and welcome or welcome back, my precious. As of, I don't know when this is going to be uploaded, but as of today, it is my 1 year anniversary with my lovely boyfriend. And I have him here now. So instead of, just me talking, like sitting here and talking to whoever I think I'm talking to, it's just gonna be us, just talking about stuff. And yeah, enjoy today's video. Hello. Do you want to introduce yourself?
I am. Hello. Simply put, Loki and Pendragon.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a while.
It's going to be a
At
little
least
bit
for me.
awkward to start off. Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
Well,
But
to start off, let's just give an overview of the character design that's been going on here. This is a very crude first pass of a drawing that I made, so it's not character accurate, but it is basically our self-insert characters that we use. Not necessarily in terms of D&D for me, but for him, yeah.
yeah, Loki and Pendragon was my my very first ever character that I ever made. So lots of ties, lots of story, a very crucial integral part of who I am is placed inside this character, so he's very beloved to me.
That it is. So basically why I'm doing this video as like a talk show kind of deal, I would like to keep this as a keepsake and a reminder. I don't want for us, even if we do end up breaking up later on, I'm still gonna keep this so I can look back and I can go, okay, I made some decisions that I have to live with and that I can't just get rid of.
Well, I'll make sure that nothing like that happens. Okay?
Well, right, so starting off, how did we meet?
Do you want to tell this one or shall I?
I mean, both of us have a different story. I'll let you go first.
True. When I was first living inside of a very small hotel-ish area, my family didn't really have much. So I ended up speaking with a random person that ended up being a rather decent friend. We carried the same hobbies, and, well, from it, he decided to introduce me to his group, his people that he hangs out with online. For me, I'm not a tech savvy person. I don't really have much of a presence online. But I decided to say yeah. And well, that's when I ended up meeting her. She was simply put, she was very straightforward in how she liked me, but uh a lot of people ended up stepping in front of me for me to say no. And there's a bit of regret there.
See, on my side, how that happened was I was dealing with a very messy breakup at the time, and I was like falling apart at the seams. So one of my friends who I've known for like upwards of 4 years, which, is our mutual friend in this case, he was like, hey, I have a D&D server. It's gonna be fun for you to like meet new people, get your mind off of things. So I just joined in. The first day I joined into a voice call, I was just looking at somebody just posting random outfits and everything in the chat. And me being a fashion nerd, I'm like, I gotta see what this is. So I join, and there he is, the person with the most deepest voice ever. And I'm just sitting there like, oh.
Yeah, like even now, I have to go around like 1 to 2, basically 2 octaves for me to talk normally.
For Discord to even recognize that you're talking.
Just because they just think that it's ambient sound. we have to go into a different voice call for me to even speak normally.
Hmm.
So
But I'm just like sitting here like, huh, I really like this guy. And I'm like fresh out of a breakup, so I'm not going to just do anything about it. But still, I tried. Alright, I tried to flirt with him, but then other things happened, as, as mentioned. So that kinda started fizzled out and didn't happen. But, I did indeed try to basically say, hey, I really like you. What did I get in response? I'm never gonna date anybody ever again. I was like, well, okay.
the story behind that is I've had a lot of previous dates that ended up being very horrible. A lot of like past trauma,
Hmm.
and whenever it came to it, like I've never had a relationship that ended well, so to speak.
Hmm.
And at one point in time, I had it to where literally all these people kind of confronted me at the same time and didn't let me leave. And it sparked a huge amount of, insults and berating and trauma. And that basically ended up making it to where I never wanted to be a part of a relationship ever again until I found her.
And then you got cold
And
feet.
yeah, let's just say when a dead heart starts beating, it starts to scare you for the first time in your life.
Yeah, true. I mean, there was also the case of me kind of joining your D&D group, and then I literally, not gonna lie, I joined the D&D group just to try and, get closer to you, but then one thing led to another, and holy crap, I was in 2 more relationships before I even ended up with you.
Yeah, which those two people ended up basically being the reason why I said no.
Hmm.
They looked at me directly and were like, "Hey, we were here first," and I just kind of had to take a backseat
Well,
for a
I'm
moment
just sitting here,
because
like, blissfully unaware. I don't know what's going on.
yeah, as much as I would have loved to stop her from those two relationships.
But you
It
didn't.
was a moment. It was a moment of fear. It was a moment of I didn't know what was going to happen, and I figured out that basically she was the one, and I
Aw.
shot. I shot after after me getting in. It's a series of very petty situations
Yeah.
because I went into a relationship to make her jealous.
Yeah, which I
And
didn't know for the longest time. Because whenever that whole thing happened, I'm just here like, hey, I like you. You? I don't want to be in a relationship. Literally, not even a month later, hey, I have a girlfriend now. I'm just here like, what the hell? Why? Why her? Why not me? I was legitimately so mad that you would pick somebody else. Because okay, no shade to her. I bet she's a great person, but you weren't compatible like at all.
not even close. Like I only did it just to make you bothered.
Bothered I was.
Because when it came to me and her, it wasn't necessarily a thing of like, oh yeah, she's a bad person. I used her for leverage. That way I can make her jealous. But in all honesty, it was also a case of I was trying to help her with a messy breakup, and she was using me as a rebound. Also,
It's an
there was
epidemic
a
of messy
mutual,
breakups.
yeah, it was a mutual way to recover from where we were.
Basically, just get what
Me,
you want out of the other person.
yeah, very physical, very. We're just using each other
Hmm.
at that point, and then she just ended up not talking to me after I helped her out. So I was like, all right. Turns around to her. She's in a messy breakup. She's not really doing much, and it just sparked from there.
See, that's the thing. I don't even know when we started dating. It just sort of happened. And I still don't understand how I keep getting into that kind of situation. It's just like, oh, hey, here's this person who, like, really, really cares about you. You talk a lot, you talk every day, talk about all different things, you confide in each other. Are we dating? Are we not dating? We don't know.
It was it was something.
Mm-hmm.
It was I think it was it started off as a very much like a
This started off like more of a codependency sort of thing, I believe.
it was very much codependency to start.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just went from there. Like it just kept growing and growing. And as I said, I really wanted it to even work. I just wanted it to, you know, be something from the start. And then it just started actually being that. And I was, well,
I mean, the only
that's the
reason I
happiest I've
term
been.
like the 14th of September or the 13th of September for our anniversary is because that's when I remember one of the most memorable conversations that we had. Like, say a sort of heart to heart. I remember you told me that I reminded you of a lotus flower. I don't know what happened at that moment, but that legitimately made me cry. I was just sitting outside on the stairwell, stealing Wi-Fi from upstairs as I was talking to you, and I needed comfort. I'm just like crying. I'm bawling my eyes out, and I'm just like, I really like him.
I don't know. It was more just a case of there's a lot of reasoning behind like the growth of that and being like a symbol of you to me at least. And with it, I found peace. I found a view of love and excitement whenever I was near you.
I love
And
you too.
yeah, I love you very much. So, I,
I was very much like against dating at the beginning because as you know, a lot of messy breakups is not really good for wanting to date people again. Now it's like, plus this is like a very long distance thing, and I really did not want to put my effort into another long distance thing if I had the chance of it falling apart at some point. Because honestly, I am not going to be able to take another hit like that. Realistically speaking, I won't. No pressure on you, but if this fails, it did. That's it for me. I am never dating again.
if this ends up being a point of like breaking apart, I genuinely don't know what I'm going to do with myself. Like
Yeah.
there will be a solid month or two where I just don't speak.
Some people would call it toxic. We just say like that's just what we are.
I just view it as passion.
Mhm.
Once you get so passionate about something, it gets to the point where you want to stay with them forever. And well, I mean, even at that point, I'm still looking at it. I'm still wanting to be a part of your life as much as I can.
Mhm.
I'm working hard to even get to that point. But opposite sides of the planet, no problem. Just gotta work hard enough to.
Because I'm all the way over here in like this tiny little country in the armpit of India called Bangladesh, and he's all the way up in America. So that's another thing of why our anniversaries are on different dates. It was like 14th of September, 1 a.m. at night for me whenever all that happened, and that counted as 13th of September for him. So now we just have 2 days of our anniversary.
Yeah. And for how much love that I carry for you, and how much love I know you carry for me, I think 2 days is just enough.
Mhm. Barely enough.
Barely enough.
Mhm,
Scratches the surface.
mhm.
It's just, it's how life is, at least in the way I see it. For me, I've had a very rough life. I didn't have much, never had much. But as they say, once you start pressing into a coal and crushing it hard enough, you find the diamond. And for me, she's my diamond.
Oh, I love you too. Well, that's it for how our past was. If we're talking about the future, and if I really want this to be like a journal and a reminder, when it comes to our
Yeah.
future, what do you think that our future is going to be like? What do you want it to be like? And what are we going to do to make that happen?
And
Because in my case, there really isn't much I can do because I am sort of stuck in this country, to to be honest, because of some legal papers and some other issues. So I really can't travel. But what I can do is I can basically get a good degree, get a good paying job, and try my best.
yeah. And for me, I have a lot of plans. I have a lot of people that I know. And a way to sit down and actually do something with my life.
Hmm.
And all it needs is just a spark. I just need to work hard enough to create that spark. Right now, I'm just hitting flints against anything that I can find before.
Okay, we both need money.
Yes, it's very much a currency problem.
Hmm.
I have never had much. Like I was in the Americas, everybody's about faith. I was, you know, I was a very faithful person until my beliefs very much viewed because of my mother. I ended up, well, gaining a pagan belief. So I very much have a different view, a very rare view compared to the normal person. But I don't really view it to bother me.
What does your family think of me?
Oh, that's a simple one. Around 3 to 4 months in, it was whenever you were speaking to my sister about some random stuff.
Hmm.
My sister ended up speaking to my mom. It was like a snap in her head. She was just like, mm-hmm. He's been really happy lately. It's like changed his entire demeanor. And I mean, the day after, my mother was basically calling you her daughter.
Aw.
So, because the way my mother is, relationships are not tied to physical characteristics. They're not tied to.
So, his audio, like our audio entirely, ended up getting cut off, and I'm only recognizing or noticing this after the fact. After so many months of me sitting on my butt and realizing that I have editing to do because reasons. But pretty much, his family does not believe in physical attributes. They don't believe in physical beauty or anything. They're more about who are you on the inside. And well, I was able to make a good enough impression on the first time, so yay for that. But to talk more about my family, they don't exactly, how do I say this? They don't exactly approve of him. I come from a pretty well off family, and I don't know if anybody's noticed this, but his situation is not the same. He's not financially affluent as we are. So, my parents and my entire extended family, being the way they are, they expect the best from me. Hence, they want me to bag a much richer person, although I don't believe in that. I am pursuing college education because I want to be my own rich person. I want to own the money that everybody thinks that I will need after I get married. I will be sustaining myself. I don't mind sustaining myself later in life. What I do know is that I do want to be with him till the end, and up until however long that I can manage, because he makes life easier for me. He just makes everything easier. He makes everything, every single day, worth waking up. He gives me hope. He gives me my drive to do better. And I hope I am the same for him. And I couldn't get him for this recording because we haven't been able to make the time. But rest assured, from the recording of this audio up until now, I think this audio was recorded way back in November. Now it is March of the next year. We are still going strong. There have been bumps in the road. There have been pitfalls. There have been sort of arguments. I wouldn't really call them arguments, but there have been things that we disagree upon. But all in all, I'm pretty happy where I am. And I hope to be in the same place with him for many years to come. So anyways, thank you all for watching. Remember to be safe, wash your hands, and take care of each other. Till next time, I'll see you later then, precious. Here are some outros and outtakes from our audio clips. Enjoy these while I die inside because I am having to edit this all while I'm recording this, so yay.
Kinda cringe.
My intro is kinda cringe though. So, just to be clear, we do not talk about any of the naughty stuff. Okay?
Of course.
Yes,
Yes, because I'm very much I'm going to start saying the most raunchy.
my parents watch these videos, so yes. we need to be good. Alright, I'm gonna mute for a second before I... Yeah, I'm a mute. You don't have to hear this shit.